Trump considers replacing Pete Hegseth with Ron DeSantis as defense secretary pick. Yo, you guys know I'm 50-50 on these Trump picks, right? I love some of them. A couple of them I'm kind of iffy with, right? And a couple of them I'm like, man, it's not as far as I would like to go, but I can understand it's moving in the right direction, right? This move I'm not too happy about, okay? I thought Hegseth was pretty cool. I thought the disinformation campaigns against him and how much the media and the establishment hated him was a really good sign. And so I liked seeing that. And I didn't really believe a lot of the stuff I saw in the news, especially when they go and they try to take that equestrian cross and pretend it's a swastika. You're out of your mind, dude. Like, I know you're crazy. And so when I start hearing all this personal stuff come out about him or alcohol issues, I take it with a major grain of salt. I'm likely to not believe that stuff unless I see a video of him trying to like go into a press conference and he's clearly drunk. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be like, okay, this dude has an issue. But okay, let's get into it, guys, because Trump is replacing Hegseth, apparently considering replacing Hegseth with DeSantis. And dude, man, I got some opinions about this, guys. Let's get into it. The move comes as Hegseth, 44-year-old Army veteran and former Fox News personality, faces increased scrutiny over allegations of sexual misconduct and drinking problems. President-elect Trump is considering replacing Pete Hegseth, his controversial pick to lead the Pentagon, with one-time 2024 rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. People familiar with the discussions told the Wall Street Journal. The move comes as Hegseth, a 44-year-old Army veteran and former Fox News personality, faces increasing scrutiny over alleged allegations of sexual misconduct and financial mismanagement. Okay, I didn't hear the financial mismanagement. I heard alcohol problems. Okay. The defense secretary post requires Senate confirmation, and Hegseth faces an increasingly uphill battle to win over GOP members with concerns about his past. See, this is what when I see all this personal stuff come in, we're talking about a job. We're talking about government, bro. I want to see what he's done policy-wise, what he's done with his positions in other positions in government, other leadership roles. I don't care about this, bro. I don't care, dude. That's not my business, dude. And in fact, us giving this stuff so much power is exactly what allows infiltration into our country to have so much soft power by foreign influence. Imagine, we put so much importance on this that a foreign government can send a spy to create an entire news cycle and now affect our political climate and now affect who we have representing us. You get what I'm saying? At the same time, financial management and financial mismanagement is oftentimes done. We can use Alex Jones as the example, right? During Alex Jones's trial, okay, he had a trustee that was set to manage the finances for InfoWars, right? During a recorded private conversation that the trustee did not know was being recorded, the trustee said, "Yo, Alex, dude, I know things are hard for you right now. I don't care if you take a little extra money for yourself, man. That's okay, man. I'm not here to ruin your life." What that dude was actually trying to do was get Alex to break another law so he could be charged, okay? So just in the same way, if we're talking about spies that we all know, we've seen the movies, okay? We all know this type of thing is real, okay? This type of thing follows the exact same pattern. So when I see things like this, when someone is going after the establishment and I see stuff that comes out like this, I take it with a major grain of salt. I don't trust it, and I would like for us as a community and a culture to not trust it, so that way foreign actors that desire to influence us through actions like this have a lot less soft power to leverage, right? The defense secretary post requires Senate confirmation, and he faces an increasingly uphill battle to win, right? As many as 6 Senate Republicans have expressed reservations about confirming Hegseth for top Pentagon role, according to NBC News. DeSantis, a former Navy judge advocate general, was on the short list of potential defense secretary candidates presented to Trump by transition officials when he went with Hegseth, according to the Journal. The list has been recently dusted off and presented to Trump again as allegations about Hegseth, which some senators have described as disturbing, continue to surface. Sources that spoke to the Journal cautioned that Trump, 78, could settle on a different replacement for Hegseth should his nomination fail. The idea of being nominated as defense secretary, however, has been presented to DeSantis, 46, in recent days, according to the outlet. The president-elect and Florida governor were together on Tuesday at a memorial service of slain police officers in Palm Beach County, Florida. Like Hegseth and Trump, DeSantis has been a vocal critic of woke Pentagon policies. Okay, whatever, dude. I don't care about woke. Dude, yes, get rid of the woke Pentagon policies because they are a byproduct of institutional capture. And these woke policies are the mechanism of maintaining institutional capture in the attempt to create up a system to maintain and police and establish and entrench institutional capture. So yes, I agree, getting rid of the woke policies. But the woke policies are the symptom, not the problem. The problem is the woke policies are like the pus oozing out of an infected wound. The wound is infected. You've got to cut off the necrotic tissue and you've got to seal that up now. Otherwise, the woke policies are just going to come back in a different form. During his presidential primary campaign, DeSantis proposed eliminating Pentagon diversity initiatives and slashing military programs focused on climate change. Our mantra in January 2025 as Commander-in-Chief will be very simple. Mission first, accomplish the mission. DeSantis said on the campaign trail in South Carolina last year, blaming wokeism for a drop in military recruitment. We also have to ensure there is a good order and discipline on our military installations. The Sunshine State governor added, having things like drag shows on military bases should not be allowed. Dude, oh man, I'm so tired of these culture war issues, bro. In my opinion, they will do stuff like drag shows on military bases to rally against it, bro. Not literally, dude. I understand it's part of the institutional capture. It's part of these brainwashed people and the mindset that they're promoting. But all of these stupid culture issues, man. All of these, we need to focus on the institutional capture. If we deal with that, we deal with the wokeism, okay? Like, who's pushing all of this stuff? We've got the Confucius Institute out here manipulating our halls of education, pushing a culture, China using the Russian stay-behind networks to try to continue to foment cultural subversion. And it's also part of their 4D chess game that they're playing with their Cold War with Russia, that's being played out in our institutions of culture and government here in the U.S. So, dude, like, get rid of the institutional capture and you get rid of the wokeism, okay? The wokeism is the symptom. DeSantis also has indicated that as president, he would revoke the Biden-Harris administration policy that allows transgender service members to serve in the military under their preferred sex and reinstate personnel who was forced out for refusing COVID-19 vaccines. That's too late. Man, that's been how many years? First off, they already reinstated a bunch of them because they won lawsuits, etc. But the ones that many of the ones that were kicked out were already offered their job back with sign-on bonuses and this, that, and the third, right? So I don't really that's more just lip service than anything else. Meanwhile, Hegseth has been on Capitol Hill this week, drumming up support for his nomination, meeting with several GOP senators, and discussing his vision for the Pentagon. I am much more in line with Hegseth ideologically than DeSantis, okay? DeSantis is a Bush proxy. Literally, he comes from the Bush camp, right? And if you pay attention, he's essentially a Bush Republican with some populism tacked on because they understand that that's what gets you votes right now, okay? And so, dude, I don't trust DeSantis at all right? Let alone in the Pentagon, dude. Dude, the intelligence agency ties between the Bush family, the Pentagon, and the international banking elite, they go as far as the Clinton ties, dude. And so I'm not for anyone who signed on to the Bush team, bro. Screw the Bush team. Screw the Clinton team. Screw this uniparty establishment. Screw these families that for a while were just trading the office, bro. Did you know that Obama is tangentially related to Bush? Like, family-wise. Like, that's wild, bro. This stuff is wild. Dude, the connections to, like, the class that makes up our ruling class and like how entrenched they are and like how connected they are throughout the generation after generation, it creeps me out. I don't like it. I certainly want it to stop in any way that I can, especially with DeSantis here. I don't trust him. There's some stuff he's done in Florida. Most of the stuff he's done in Florida is great, right? There's a couple of things he's done in Florida. I don't trust him at all, bro. I mean, we're going to get into it in a second. Hegseth, who was never charged, and his lawyer claims the allegations were false. Oh, great. So now they're using false allegations he was never charged with. Awesome. Earlier this week, the New Yorker detailed more startling allegations made against Trump's pick. I don't care about your allegations, bro. I don't care about your stupid allegations. You can allege anything you want. dude. You could say DeSantis personally knew Hitler back in the day if you wanted to, dude. Two former employees' emails in the 2015 whistleblower dossier indicated that Hegseth was asked to step down from the organizations because he got totally sloshed at events and looked the other way when male members of his senior management sexually harassed female associates, according to the outlet. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Dude, I'm so tired of these hit pieces, bro. I'm so jaded on these hit pieces, bro. Like, my initial reaction is, don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The former Fox News host purportedly got so intoxicated during a November 2014 visit to a Louisiana strip club. I don't care about, you know what? I'm not even going to read that. I don't care about the strip club. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, bro. The report also claimed that Hegseth got drunk on a CVA tour of Ohio in 2015 and began shouting, bro, I got drunk at a freaking IHOP and started yelling Allahu Akbar. Okay? Do I expect anybody to care about that? No, I don't. And if you do care about that, and if you think that's an issue, I'm gonna think you're dumb, bro. Okay? I was drunk. I had just gotten out of jail. I didn't know what to do with my life. I had lost my entire status as a person. And I got drunk and started yelling Allahu Akbar because I thought it was funny. All right? At an IHOP while I'm eating an omelet. Okay? I don't care what people do when they drunk. All right? Who knows what the context was? What if he was talking to people and he was talking about how, you know, there are meatheads in the military that are so polarized that they just go and they don't think about the nuances of a situation. What if that's what he was saying when he ended up saying, and he was drunk, and that's when he started saying that crazy stuff? Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't care about the stupid hit pieces you have on this guy, all right? And in my opinion, all of that is really just because they don't want him pushing the policies that he's attempting to advocate for in the institutions of government, okay? All right, guys, so I want to show you why I don't like DeSantis, okay? And I want to show you why I think that he is fake and he's just kind of playing lip service to conservatives for the establishment and to get the Bush camp kind of back into favor, okay? So they passed hate speech laws. They apparently signed it out in Israel. I don't know about all that. I'm not anti-Israel at all, guys. I don't want you to get that from me at all. Dude, but they passed hate speech laws or hate speech enhancements for laws that are crazy, man. And they end up with people getting a 5-year minimum if an action that they were doing was motivated by hate speech. And I don't like the idea that you can punish people for what you assume they were thinking in their head when they were doing something, okay? This is not Minority Report. You can't read people's minds, all right? And the idea that he was okay passing something like this is horrifying to me, all right? Let's listen to their own people kind of trying to justify this, okay?
Holding people accountable without, violating their free speech.
Sure. And again, I would remind you that there's no First Amendment right to conduct. There's a First Amendment right to speech. And the things that we're targeting in the bill are not speech. Again, if someone wants to stand across the street from my house and wave a sign on the sidewalk, they have every right to do that. And this bill won't have anything to do with that. But when it veers into conduct, and so the way we're going to approach this is through a hate crime kicker. So if you graffiti a building, it is a crime now. But if your motivation is hate, it will be a third-degree felony. You will spend 5 years in prison. If you want to litter, it's a crime right now. But if you litter and your motivation is a hate crime, it will be a third-degree felony. You will spend 5 years in jail. It is a crime right now to hang banners from an interstate. For obvious reasons, we don't want to distract drivers. But if you do that and you have a hate crime, a hate motivation, it will be a third-degree felony. You will spend 5 years in jail.
How optimistic are you of moving this bill along?
I guarantee the bill will pass. And I never do that.
Wild. How do they know if you littered because of hate? How do they know? Dude, they could define anything as hate, right? What if you were trying to say there are only two genders, okay? Or no. No, gender is a construct. All right, I will cede that to the left. Gender is a construct. There can be as many genders as you want. What if you said there was only two sexes? What if you hung a banner that said there's only two sexes? Okay, that could be hate speech. That could be considered hate speech, and then you go to jail for 5 years. Dude? And you think they won't apply it that way? You think they won't apply it that way? Okay. Well, let's take a look. Because they already have in Florida to a teenager, dude. A 17-year-old, bro. A Florida teenager was arrested and charged with a felony on Monday after leaving skid marks on a pride mural. Christian Mayer, 18, was charged with a felony mischief and racing on a street after surveillance footage caught him doing burnouts with his car on St. Petersburg Progressive Pride mural at 3:45 a.m. Police said the video showed Mayer recklessly maneuvering his car in a way to leave several tire marks across the mural, causing significant damage. Dude, this is what the guy got in trouble for, okay? Dude, here, you can see it. It's real tiny, but you can see it real quick. That's it. You see that? The smoke coming out the back? That's it. This is another angle. Oh no, another car did the same thing. Jeez, dude, come on, man. The Progressive Pride street mural adorning the roundabout at Central Avenue and 25th Street marked the original St. Pete gay neighborhood and the birthplace of St. Pete Pride in 2003. Police in St. Petersburg are continuing to investigate a separate May 17th incident during which a truck also caused damage when it accelerated through the mural. Are you kidding me, man? This is what DeSantis has police wasting their resources on in Florida, bro. Skid marks on the street, dude. And we're going to put him in charge of the Pentagon while he's promoting policies like this? No. Nah, bro. Nah. I don't like DeSantis. I'm not a fan of him. He's fake. I like what he's doing, because he understands that he needs to win favor of conservatives. And so what I'm saying is keep him in the spot where he needs to continue to win favor with us. Keep the boot on his neck, keep him doing the right thing, and don't trust him with any more power, and don't allow him to entrench himself anywhere. Do not give any Bush-connected politician any more power. We are done with the Bushes. We're done with the Clintons. We're done with these families trying to manage us for the upper class. No, we're done with all that, bro. And I don't like DeSantis, man, and this is why, dude. So hopefully you guys can see that, dude, conservatives, this is the exact type of stuff conservatives were doing back in the 80s and 90s that pushed people over to the left. This is exactly the type of thing they were doing, man. And so, dude, the conservatives need to be the big tent party. Conservatives are classical liberals. The Republican Party was started by freed slaves. That is who we are as an identity, okay? We are not a Christian party specifically dedicated only to Christians and promoting Christian dogmatism as some sort of new cultural hierarchy in our space. That is an attempt by the elite to change what it means to be conservative or Republican in order to move us in line with European conservatives, okay? In Europe, all they care about are these stupid social issues, and they give, no matter what side they're on, they give government more and more authority over people's lives either way, okay? And government is supposed to be this body that like manages and maintains culture and not just freedoms. That's not how we do it in the U.S. That's not U.S. conservatism, okay? Don't allow them to reframe us as neoliberals, okay? Like they've done in Europe for hundreds of years, all right, guys? We are classical liberals out here, guys, and we support classical liberalism, which means we don't do stuff like this no matter what direction it's in, no matter whether it's pro-gay or anti-gay or pro-family or anti-family. We might promote things with incentives through tax deductions or tax kickbacks if you have a child, right? But we don't do stuff like, oh man, we think we know what you were thinking when you did this, so now we're going to up it to 5 years. And then how do you define hate speech? It's so subjective. Anything can be defined as hate speech, guys. I'm not cool with it. I don't like it. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Thank you so much, guys.